be a really long video, so just be warning here. So,
longest video we've ever posted.
Welcome to CrazyMali! I'm Kenna.
And I'm Ali.
And again, I want to start off with an apology for the first bit of this video about Vlogmas.
Because we can never keep up with vlogs, and things got stressful and busy, and
lots of stuff happened over the time when we announced Vlogmas. So
and we announced it pretty late too.
We did. I said a lot of stressful stuff happened, a lot of just stuff happened between those things that we did not expect. So we did not get a chance to finish our Vlogmas or even really start it.
Mm-hmm.
So just want to say an apology here. But now that that's out of the way, we can get into the video that we're actually going to be making and actually going to be posting. Our year review.
Woo! This is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
As you can tell by down the title, it's probably going to get a little intense, so watch out.
Tears might be shed during this video.
Probably a lot of them.
2016 was a bit of a roller coaster year for the world and for us, but we've both learned a lot of things over this year. But we're not trying to bring any negativity into this video. If we ever say something negative in this video, it's going to be what we learned from it. Because, like I said, 2016, it's been a really bad year for the world, and we don't want to kind of cast into that negativity. But it's just going to be going over some of the stuff that happened in our lives and how we benefited from that and how we hope to keep benefiting from it in 2017.
And how much we enjoyed 2016, because all we hear about is how much people hate 2016, and really it's been a great year for us. We've learned a lot, even though there's been a lot of bleh in it. It's definitely been one of the greatest years for us. As people, as friends, as just people in the world. And don't judge us, we're filming this on New Year's Eve, we know. So stop.
Late. We're not good with deadlines. Another thing that we hope to get better at. First start off with January of 2016. Newly stepping into 2016. I was part of the swim team for the first year, my freshman year of high school. And that was really fun. I got to meet a lot of people there and have a really great experience on a high school swim team. My little cousin turned 1 year old on January 10th is when my little cousin turned 1 year old. And she is the most adorable thing. I'll probably have spam of pictures around her. I love her to death, and I'm so glad that I got to spend 2016 with her every Monday and Friday.
Speaking of January 10th, you should have told me that date, because my sister turned 12 on January 10th, and she got to have this great party, and it was a really fun time, and I got to spend that year with her. Speaking of, she's turning 13 soon, and I have to drive her places now. But I got to spend January 10th with my sister, and she actually got her first job when she turned 12, and I was very proud of her, so that was a great stepping stone. It was like the day she could finally get a job, and she was very excited, and it taught me how to really, it just really bonded me with my the next sister. I have like 2 sisters, so yeah, that was a good start to the year for me as well.
Definitely. Around the time in February, me and Aliana started working on the first novel that we ever wrote together, called The Girl with the Silver Eyes, which unfortunately I don't think will be published because we never actually finished it. But it kind of gave us an open door to see how our writing styles could be able to coexist. Our writing styles being able to coexist. How our writing styles flow together.
Whatever. So yeah, we got to experience each other's writing styles, and really it just helped grow our friendship too, because we're both very avid writers, and we had never written together before for we were 3 years into our friendship back then.
We both knew that we were writers, but we never really kind of collaborated and made a book together, which was long overdue, and it was a lot of fun. Despite not being able to finish it, it was an amazing experience to see how we could go through that phase and see this other world that we have created.
I don't remember. There wasn't much about February. This February my cousin turned 16, and I just got to go over to his house. Me and my cousin have been really, really close since we were babies. We've loved each other. He's like my best friend. He's like my big brother almost, and I get to watch him turn 16, although he didn't get his driver's permit because he's too lazy and crap. But and I just got to really hang out, and I got to meet all of his friends that he just talks about all the time, and it was a good experience. February was kind of a slow month for me, which is kind of odd since the rest of the months were just go, go, go nonstop. So
I think I have to agree with you there. January through February, and kind of a little bit of March were really slow months for us beginning of the year, but we did have a lot of experiences, like getting to see our families growing, cousins and stuff growing up, and moving forward. And this February was the last Valentine's Day that I would have spent alone. Same with this chica. Also, it happened in February. I got asked to prom by my friend Justin, who I went to the same school as him because I was homeschooled for the beginning part of 2016, cyber schooled. And we got to go to a homeschooler prom together with a couple of my other friends. So I got asked to prom around that time and was able to start looking for dresses for my very first prom.
I remember the beginning of this year though, since we're still talking about it, it was just, I felt so trapped. Like, I was going through a really rough time, especially in the beginning with midterms, and we're in January and everything for me, and the school I went to before for my sophomore year was really, really stressful for me because it's down to the wire. It's a cyber school, but it's college prep, so you have to be like extraordinary in order to succeed, and I was really struggling with getting things in on time, and I just remember just being so stressed about it in January and February, and yeah. But moving into March, my mom turned 39. See, I can remember my mom's age. She's almost 40. Yeah. But we got to really celebrate her, and going into Mother's Day as well then too. But we just really got to honor her, and March was actually just a month where I got to just like chill and relax. And my dad turned 44. No, that's wrong. My dad turned 43, I think it was, or 42. I can't remember my parents' ages anymore. But I just really got to grow with my family and just like really turn and relieve the stress that I had on myself after midterms were over, and just kind of like focus on school. And I started becoming a little more social than, like, I'm a very social person, and being trapped made me really anxious, and I got a little depressed here and there. But March also was the month that I met one of my best friends today, Kyle, and yeah.
March was a relatively slow time for me as well. Like I said, the beginning of the year was kind of a transition period into what became the downward and upward spiral of 2016. My sister and my mother both turned a year older. My sister turned 14 years old, so that was really cool to see her progressing up there with me, and yeah, so not much to report from March because it wasn't that exciting.
And moving on into April was the month that my mom made the phone call, and when I made the decision to go to public school for my junior year. It was the best and worst decision I've ever made. Starting out then, I was so hyped to go to school because I wanted the relief from the school that I was going through, and things started getting stressful again because finals were coming around. They came around the next month. But April just was a time where I was like, I'm ready to get out of this cyber school. I'm ready to go out and experience the world. Not that I hadn't experienced it before as a homeschooler, because homeschooling isn't what people tell you. I was going to a winter club where I made a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends back then. I still have those friends now. But it was just the stress was piling itself on me. But it was just one bright hope that was like, I'm gonna make it through this year, and by September this year I'm gonna be great. School is gonna be wonderful. It was the beginning of a new journey, and I was very hyped for it.
April was also the month that I decided officially that I was going to go to public school. And this was a really huge step for me because a lot of things had happened between 6th grade and now. I had lost a lot of confidence. There was a lot of family stuff going on and a lot of personal things that I struggled with. But April 2016 was the month that I decided that I'm gonna go back to public school and I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see how it goes, which really was kind of an more anxious decision than really anything else because I did not know what to expect. I was scared but also hopeful of the future.
Moving into May. Now we get into May. May, my youngest sister turned 8. I remember that. I was gonna say 9, but no, she's gonna be turning 9 this coming year because then she gets serious because it's a tradition thing. Anyways, she turned 8 and that was really fun because she's super adorable and I love my baby sister. Yeah, May finals came around and I aced them, thankfully. I was just like so thankful it was over. The end of May was just like the biggest stress reliever ever. And then also my sister and I started our job together, working at the berry farm that's actually down the road from me. We biked there every morning, starting in the end-ish of May. It was a good experience to grow with my sister and just really get to know her more. So yeah, it was really good to help her out that way.